Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad.
What is up, guys, and welcome to this special edition of the Moto Limited podcast, the 2022 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross National Championship preview show, presented by Shot Race Gear. Trent, Supercross is done. It's in the bags. It's finished. Motocross is only days away. How are you feeling?
And I'm excited to get motocross underway. I think the Supercross Championship was getting long in the tooth there in the end, and it's time to get outdoors.
Bet you felt longer for me, mate.
Well, we're going to get to that. But no, definitely time to take it outdoors and see what we can do. 50th year this year for Nationals. Pretty cool. But tonight we are here for a two-part preview series previewing the 250 guys and the 450 guys, championship contenders, race winners, and everything else we can think of. Tonight in studio, Nicholas.
Got a
big
full
house.
table.
Big house.
I like it.
We're going to start here firstly to the guy on my right. He's a professional sticker guy and truck driver. It's Jonni Row. What's happening?
What's going on, boys?
Professional sticker guy.
We're working on it.
Transport specialist. Thank you.
Logistics manager.
Logistics manager.
Thank you.
I was trying to think of the term, but I forgot it. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, not bad, man. You?
This is your first preview show, so we're expecting big things from you, especially on the late call-up.
I'll hopefully not try to let you down.
I appreciate it, bud. Thank you for coming in. Next one will be next to you, Nick, there. He is the sales rep at Lusty Industries, and he was in here for the Supercross preview. It's Elmsly Eshman-Myhill. How are you, bud?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks, guys. How are you guys going?
I'm good. Just a quick question.
Just
going back to Supercross, the preview show, how was your predictions? Were they good? Were they bad? Were they
I
off?
think they're okay, yeah.
I can think of
I
think of one.
Yeah, what's
I'm
that?
formally here to accept the apology.
Yeah, I apologise.
Thank
He
you.
got it done.
Thank
It
you.
wasn't clean, it wasn't classy, but he got it done.
We got it done.
He got it done.
It definitely wasn't clean.
He nearly threw it away, but...
And do you know, we kept the red plate the whole time.
Yeah.
And we
Imagine if Hunter didn't crash that one round.
we're not going into that because this is motocross. But
is, yeah.
and you know, those heat races, everyone.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm good.
That's all. But thanks for coming in again, bud.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thanks for having me.
your efforts here, and we're going to get into some motocross. And the final part of the panel here, Nick.
Yep.
He is a big race fan and also a part-time mechanic when his brother can keep her up on two wheels. It's Ryan Zielinski. You're back again. Welcome.
Back again. Third time. But
this is you were part of the Supercross preview as well. So got the band back together, and we're starting to add to this thing each time we do one. So appreciate you coming in as well.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
No dramas. And the guy over there, Nick, he's going to press the buttons for the YouTube part of this.
YouTube, as Dean Wilson would like to say, tube.
The tube. He's the guy that makes us look good on the live show each and every week. It is the technical wizard himself. Wiz, what's up?
Not much. Just live show and pre-recorded show. So here we are.
You do everything.
Multi-skilled.
Yes.
I like it.
So all the camera angles will be decided by you, and you'll make it happen.
So, yep, any complaints, just over to that department there.
Wiz at Moto Limited.
.au.
That will not exist.
There you go. Thanks for doing everything you do, mate. We appreciate it. This podcast will be going up, as we said, as a podcast format, as well as video content will be available on YouTube. And you need to check out the new website as well, motolimited.au. Everything that you want to listen to or watch from us is all on the website now. It's been updated, been customized, and it will continue to change throughout the time, so check it out.
Even some typing content.
Bit of written content.
Will be up there as well,
so
which is super cool.
Yeah, so Steve Hall is a contributor to that, so he's got two of them are up already. One was about the Supercross season, and one of them was about crashing and how you can't win a championship by crashing and bits and pieces, and he does a really good job of them, so go check them out. And don't forget, guys, we are doing a special giveaway on each one of these shows, Nick. Listen closely to how you can find out to win a set of Shot 2022 race gear, thanks to the guys at Shot Race Gear. We got a set of women's to give away in the turquoise color, and an orange set of men's to give away as well. So
What sizes have we got?
I'm pretty sure it is a large women's and a 30 pant or something like that, and a large men's jersey and a 34 pant from memory.
It won't fit me, so we'll have to give them away, I assume.
But if you need a different size, we can sort out sizing as well. But that's what we have in studio. So that's it.
That's it. Game time. Game time. Guys, the motocross season is only days away, starting on May 29th at Fox Raceway at Parla. Let's go through the schedule first. So, Prairie City, Thunder Valley MX Park, High Point Raceway, Red Bud MX, the Wick 338, Spring Creek MX Park with Schugle MX Park, Unadilla, Budds Creek, Ironman, and then finishing back at Fox Raceway. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the tracks first. You know, this schedule's pretty classic. Going away from COVID, we're getting back to normality. This looks really normal.
Last year was pretty similar to that too. Like we got pretty much all of the regular schedule, so it's good to see it happening again for this year.
My only issue is let's not go to Fox Raceway twice.
I did hear that they might be going to Hangtown. They might be going to Glen Helen for the final one.
Yeah,
I read somewhere.
Yeah, apparently still not good.
No, okay.
Still not a pleasant relationship.
Is that how we... Do you guys still see it as, you know, the opener is Glen Helen?
Yep.
Do you guys still feel that?
Yeah.
It hasn't been that for a long time.
I know,
though.
but I still got that feel.
We're old.
It's still. I mean, it still does have that feeling. You're 100%. But
What tracks are we looking forward to the most?
I'd like to suggest Prairie City. I mean, for those playing at home,
Prairie City, bud.
that's Hangtown.
Nothing we can do.
The Wick is Southwick. Spring Creek is Millville. Just for those who are not sure their technical names, that's what they're called. But Johnny, what's your favourite track?
I like a bit of the Millville.
Oof.
Millville's always a good one.
Yes. What about you, Ron?
Unadilla.
Ooh. We didn't go to... Yeah, we went to Dilla last year.
Yeah.
The year before we didn't go.
Always get some sick whip shots off
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that Sky Shot or whatever it's called.
Sky Shot.
Oh.
It's cool.
Under over, that Ironman will be a mudder.
Overs.
Definitely.
What about you, Elms?
Southwick. I'm a sand guy.
Oh, big Sam Bennett. From Toowoomba. Loves the sand. Goes hand in hand.
One of my last questions before we start getting into this. That schedule, if you could change one thing, what was it? What would it be? I think me and you were going to go the same,
Yep.
which is Glen Helen.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the exact same.
Johnny?
Yeah, bring it back.
Yep. Trent?
Yeah, I mean, if not Glen Helen, somewhere else. Don't go to Fox Raceway twice.
Where else do you think?
I don't know. It's hard because they're going to have to be in California somewhere. Because that's the idea, is to finish back in Cali.
I think somewhere like NorCal would be pretty cool. There's a lot of tracks up there that'd be pretty cool. Gatorback, you could probably do some cool stuff with Gatorback.
Arizona.
We're out on Loretta's, huh?
I
liked it.
liked it. I thought
really
it raced
liked it.
well.
Yeah.
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 I don't think it'll go back though. The idea is to keep it as a
Yeah.
amateur national.
Yeah, I don't know. I just maybe the mud ruined it for me.
I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it from the couch.
Good viewing, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Let's
mud
go-
race was pretty crap.
Let's go
Every
back
mudder
to
is.
let's go back to Steel City. The track's not even there anymore.
There's one at Haines City.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, which would be pretty cool.
I'd like to see Freestone.
Freestone
Yeah,
back.
that was a good
That's
track.
a good one.
Yeah.
That's a
always
good
good.
one.
Yep.
There is a ride park that Paris, it might be Paris. Is that the new ride park? Well, it's not new, but
it's redone.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are looking at trying to get one.
Yep.
That's their overall goal, and I've seen they made this YouTube video on how to build. It looked cool.
And I mean, that'd be the idea, is to get another track in Cali where they take it away from Fox. I mean, ultimately we go to Glen Helen, but that relationship has always been hot and cold. But I think if those guys get together, Nick, and do it, you would see it go there, because they obviously want to start in Cali, finish in Cali. That's the plan.
Absolutely. Alrighty, guys. 450 class. Let's start that. 450 championship contenders, aka the highest prospects to win it. We have to start here. You know, the number one, Dylan Ferrandis, Star Racing Yamaha. He's going to carry the one. It's going to be red coming into the first round. Where are we at with Ferrandis?
I mean, ultimately, you've got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He won last year. He's got the number one on his bike. He crashed out of Supercross early, so he's had plenty of time to prepare. And I don't want to hear that it was a weak field last year. It was a pretty stacked field he went against last year to win. So he is legit when it comes to outdoors.
When you talk about that, if he got out front and led every moto, I'd be like, okay, it was a bit hard. He came through the pack a fair punk.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because
That's-
can't start.
Yeah. Well,
Issues.
that's my biggest issue with this guy as well is, for Supercross, they changed they went to a recluse clutch and it shit the bed. Like, no other way of putting it. It was bad. Hopefully if they got that fixed, it's going to be different. But with this group of people we're about to go into, if Ferrandis starts behind them, it's going to be a little bit harder to go through that pack. We agree with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Some of those rides he had last year were
Oh,
all time. Like
phenomenal.
like I thought that with some of the guys last year, and he did it. So it wouldn't surprise me if
And he'd get through them fast.
Yeah.
He wouldn't just sit.
no, like the guys he was passing were legit. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did it again.
Wider track, longer start straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
And again, he finished Supercross early, so he's been training outdoors
Yep.
for a while now. So he's got a leg up on the competition.
yeah.
You know his role was to set that bike up for Eli. That's what his role was. As bad as it sounds, that's what it was.
Nick knows.
To get that bike in a pinpoint area, then they can sort of streak it for Eli with which way he wants to go. But like out of the respect, you got to give him the favourite coming into this.
That's what I mean. And for him to, it'll be since Eli in 2019 to be the next rider to go back to back. So Eli was the last rider to ever do it, and he went 3-peat. He went 17, 18, 19. That was the last rider to do it. Since then, we've had one-off champions throughout. So if he can do that, it's obviously going to put him in the history books, that's for sure.
We're not worried about the hand injury. No one's reading into that.
No.
He hasn't ridden that much though, which is odd to me.
But he's a French guy from GPs. Like, motocross comes naturally to the
Yeah.
GP guys.
Yep.
So-
I don't know. I just thought you'd see a lot more of him just out there punching motos during the weeks.
But we didn't really last year either.
True.
We didn't really see anything of him because he, again, crashed out Supercross early.
Just sits and hiding.
Yeah.
Comes out swinging first round.
And then everyone goes, oh, shit.
And he always says that motocross is all he cares about.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's why he's there. He's not, Yeah.
So interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do, Nick.
Well, let me just ask this: does he go out and win the first round?
Yes.
Is that the precedent? Is that where it goes? He just goes out there, wins the first round. We're like, okay, yep, this is setting where it's at. You, I think, are different because you're going to go after a guy that actually hasn't got to win.
Yeah, but he's coming in hot.
I come in hot, like on the roads, and the cop says no. All I'm saying is coming in hot doesn't mean anything.
No, he's coming off a few wins in Soupy. Carry the momentum. He's probably let his hair down a bit for a couple nights. And, I wouldn't be surprised if Ferrandis did it. But there's a few guys there.
That can win round one.
Yeah.
The idea is, like, if he wins, you're not surprised. If he loses, nobody panics either, do they? They're just kind of like, yeah, okay, cool. Just
Not unless it's
round
like
one.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the stat of the person who wins the first round goes on to win the championship?
No.
You know that stat? I'm going to look that up real quick to double check.
He's got a laptop too. But
you look at it.
No, I said I'm going to check
Okay.
that. I'm pretty sure it's like substantially high.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
talking about it on the
really
pod.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the momentum does go with you when you do it, so.
And that track in particular as well. Like, you know how they, like Supercross, it was like San Diego. If you win San Diego, you're going to win the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Parla's got
That didn't
some
happen
weird-
this year, by the way.
I'm gonna look that up real quick, and we'll keep going through these guys.
We'll move on to the next guy, and this one, I think, between us, we basically all put in our top 10s, and this is how we kind of collated this. Some of you left him off and then added him and didn't add him, but Eli Tomac. Now, Eli Tomac hurt his knee in Supercross, sat out the last couple. It's an MCL, which you can ride without, but he was having some issues with riding. Was it going to be 4 weeks, I guess, from when he last rode to now? Is that going to be enough for him to be good enough to do all 12 rounds? Because I guess that's a question from here. Does Eli Tomac do the 12 rounds?
It just depends on if he has it or not.
So if he tweaks it, he's done.
Yeah, if he tweaks it, I think he's just going to pull out.
Right.
I'd
he's
almost
not
put a
gonna-
bet on that he doesn't finish the season.
Well, he said it was gripping the bike,
Yeah.
which is what causing the issues. That's why I just didn't put it in because I don't think he'll do the whole season.
And I'd almost stamp it right now that next year is the last year you see Eli Tomac. He wants to go and win that Supercross again. I think his legacy that he has with motocross is already ridiculous.
Yeah.
That it's, he's got how many motocross championships we got? Three or four.
Yeah. 3 back to back.
It'd be cool for him to go get 3 Supercross ones as well before he retired. Just saying.
Do you think if he was riding like he was in Supercross on that bike and he was good,
Yeah.
do you think he'd win it?
That's the question. That was literally what I was going to ask. If he's healthy, no injury, and
Yeah.
way he was riding Supercross,
Yeah, for
does he
sure.
win this motocross show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Even
agree.
at the end of last year, he was coming on really, really strong.
Yep. But they were still having them Levi moments.
Yeah.
The one thing I think with Star Racing Yamaha is we haven't seen Eli do a Levi. It hasn't happened yet, which is, that might be trending in the right direction. That's going to be good. We haven't seen Eli ride this bike on the outdoors. We're going to imagine it's going to be good, yeah.
You'd imagine. For me, honestly, too, like, if he stays healthy and he does all of it, like, he's your champ. Yeah. I pick Ferrandis just because out of pure respect for having the one, and
you got to.
And for
it's
being
uncertain
on Eli. That's what I mean. Like, if Eli's healthy and does all 12, Eli's your champ, I believe. Just the way he rode Supercross. But that knee injury is going to be an issue. Stat also for you guys, the last rider to do the Supercross and Motocross title in the same year, does anyone know who that was?
Yes.
Villapoto?
No. Who said Dungey?
16?
15.
15.
Yeah. So
Oh,
2015.
We sort of know what we're talking about.
Yeah, see, you guys are good. So, I mean, it's a long time since we've seen any rider be able to go Supercross and Motocross in the same year. And it was Ryan Dungey, who we are, I guess, going to talk about later on. But so it's going to be interesting to see if Eli, for me, if Eli stays healthy and he goes all 12, I think he wins. Does anybody have anything against that?
No. Pretty.
The only thing I go against is I just can't see him going that. So,
that's ultimately it. But if he does all 12, he could be your champ.
Yeah. Wiz, Tomac. Does he finish? Does he do all 12 or not?
I don't think he'll do all 12. He might get 3/4 of the way if he's really pushing it, but he doesn't do all 12. I don't see him doing that. He'll be front runner. He'll podium the first 4, and then I reckon he'll back off.
I reckon 3. I reckon 3 rounds in. That's where it'll happen.
Dude, if it's round 1,
I think
it's
he'll
like
do it or he won't.
it's round 1 or he's or he's in for 12. Like, that's where I see it. It's either out early or does all 12. Like,
I don't
think he's gonna get half.
That team as well, like Jeremy Croker. They're very strategic.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell him, "Yep, you're out.
Hey,
go get it fixed. Go get ready."
What about the scenario? Dylan's leading the championship. Eli's second. Knees bugging him a bit. They ice him for Supercross, don't they?
Yeah.
They say, "Hey, Dylan will win this now. You just go and ice yourself for Supercross."
Yeah.
What like they did with Ferrandis?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they did.
And like Ferrandis and Tomac, their motivations are probably opposite.
Oh, yeah.
Tomac's got a Supercross hangover. He's probably like, I don't really care. Where Ferrandis has, had a shit Supercross and wants to smash it outdoors.
So for me, Eli's the hardest one because he's got the injury. If he didn't have the injury, I don't think he has the hangover this year.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in 20, it looked like he had a big hangover. But I think this year it would have been fine, but it's now the injury that's the issue. So, man, it would have been awesome to see Eli be that guy.
The biggest change with Eli, I reckon, is him practicing with other riders. That helps him.
I think that helps all of them.
That is a big change for Eli. He'd go up to Colorado and he don't move unless he's got to come down and race. He doesn't even talk to his teammate.
He's a shitload happier too.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the biggest thing.
And racing, it's, percentage of it's mental.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. For Eli, this third person on the list, this one's interesting for me. Jason Anderson, Monster Energy Kawasaki. Jason doesn't have an overall. he doesn't have an overall win in outdoors, and yet we've all put him in the list to be a championship contender.
Somebody was drinking the Kool-Aid, but
yes,
just either looking like a genius or
genius
close
or
enough
lucky.
Anyway. Yeah.
You are right though, Nick. I believe he can win an overall this year. That's why I personally put him in third because I think he'll be in around the hunt. I don't think he'll get a championship, but I believe he's going to get a race win. Where do you stand on it, Johnny? With him, I mean, you got him as your champion, but how does this happen for him to be champion in your eyes?
I think consistency and a couple guys getting injured along the way. Having some upset motos.
How many race wins? Keep in mind
6.
he's never won one. So you think he's going to do 6 race wins or overalls?
Race wins.
How many overalls?
3.
But he can ride outdoors.
I'm actually with 3.
Like he's won motos in Motocross of Nations and
Mm.
smoked the best in the world.
That's right.
You know, he can
So it's not like he's just a Gavin on the
No.
track.
Yeah.
It's just funny he's just never done it.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. He's never got an overall win. He's got wins, race wins. He's never got an overall. Ryan, is the Kawasaki going to be the change you think that's going to help him take that next step?
Yeah. Well, I don't think any of us seen him doing this good in Supercross.
7 wins in Supercross.
Yeah.
So this is going to refer back to Eli a little bit from what John Tomac said with why they joined Star Racing Yamaha is because they were, ready to go the areas that Kawasaki wouldn't with the motorcycle. Apparently Anderson's the same. Apparently Anderson said Kawasaki are willing to go the areas with his bike that he didn't have at Husky. And you know that Cowie's good outdoors. Like, it works.
Yeah, they're longer, they're more stable a bike, and
And the thing can turn now.
Yeah.
With the rear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Anderson style.
And that's right. Yeah, we talked about that in the Supercross, recap. Like, that was how he rode that bike. It was very Villapoto-esque, and that's how they built those cows, was pretty much off Villapoto.
He does ride a lot like Villo too, like just swinging off the back of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think he gets some race wins and battle for this championship. I don't know if he'd be able to get done, but, dude, the thing I thought about was when... last year doesn't make any sense because Ferrandis wasn't there. But the couple years before that, like the 450 champion when Osborne did it, he won the last Supercross race of the year, come out firing. And I'm just like...
By default.
and it was Jason Anderson.
Fell off.
And it was Anderson. Like, maybe the karma's swung back his way where he wins the final race and goes on to win an unlikely motocross championship.
He's not going to walk away with it, but I reckon he'll be there.
Yeah, I think he's in it too.
And another major factor is what we just said before. He's happy. He wasn't he's blatantly honest. He hated his life at Husky. He was riding around getting a paycheck. That's all he was doing. At Cowie, it's different. I think this might, and he's spoken about it as well. He goes, "I'm damaged goods. That's what I am." So he's got his back up against the wall as well. And like you said, he's got a point to prove. If he goes out in motocross and shits the bed, then this whole look of Jason Anderson going monster into Kawasaki and being a success sort of stock drops on that.
Yep.
So I think he's going to be good. I just can't go with a championship.
Yeah. Round table over under 2 overall wins. You're going over?
Over.
I'd go 2.
You're going to even?
I'd say 3. Yeah.
3 go overs?
Yep.
I'm 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But they're not 6 race wins.
Not 2 1-1s.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not
no.
like that.
Yeah, it'd be like 1-2s.
No, they'll
1
be spread out.
1
through the
3s.
season.
Yeah.
They'll be odd. Like
Yeah.
what was the race where he just went out real weird and just led them? He got the whole shot.
That was Glen
and
Helen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was only last year.
Wouldn't Glen Helen and Tomac pass him like last
Yeah.
lap?
Yeah.
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 No, he won a race last year. Anderson won a race on the Husky last year.
Moto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He
Yeah.
won. Yeah, I do remember that.
And it was weird, huh?
Yeah.
Like he just whole shot was gone and no one
Yeah.
could catch
It
him.
was first, second round.
And and then he shit the bed in the second motor. I was like,
Shit the bed.
fuck's going on?
Bit of shitting the bed.
It might have been Parla.
I think it might have
Yeah,
been.
first moto Parla come out,
Parla
won, and then second race shit the bed.
Yeah.
Parla won?
Yeah,
Nah, it wasn't.
It goes second or third round.
yeah I remembered it.
Nah, Ferrandis went 1-3 and Kenny went 6-1 last year.
Uh.
So that gives you a bit of round 1 too. So that was the score last year for Parla. So it's interesting. That's for sure.
He did get one though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. You are right. We can
Yeah.
search that through, but I mean they're ultimately the top 3 guys that between all of us here sort of come to. When you added it all together, Nick, they were the 3 guys that were common at the top of everyone's list. And as I said, I honestly believe Dylan Ferrandis gets it because he's the number 1. Eli Tomac, if he's healthy, he's a part of this. And Anderson has got that momentum with the shift to Cowie. So where are we going from here, Nick?
I'm just literally just thinking about what you said. I think that Ferrandis is one of these dudes that how he starts out is how he does through the year. I just can't see him progressing to get better. I think that's just his base and that's what he does. You guys agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think if the competition's harder, it
It sets the tone for his season.
Exactly, which is a bit different.